Hello, and welcome to Employee Attendance Management, alias EAM video tutorials. This tutorial describes how to set your company's lunch break time duration, hours to work for lunch to be applicable, whether lunchtime is paid or not, when overtime pay is calculated, and the late grace time. Using the Global Administrator user account, the one who registered for the EAM service, select Global Settings on the left menu bar. Then proceed to select the Break and Time Settings feature option. The lunch break time is set in minutes. The default settings is 30 minutes. This is the amount of time subtracted from the start and finish times of the employee's department. If your company pays their employees for their lunch time, then check the Lunch Paid Break Paid option and click Save. The lunch break time will therefore not be subtracted from the start and finish times of the employee's department, as seen in this example, which was previously 8 hours paid. Now it is 8.5 hours paid per day. The hours to work for allocated lunchtime to be applicable, which the EAM system defaults to 7.5 hours, determines how many hours the employee must work in order for lunchtime to be applicable. For example, if an employee works only 5 hours in a day for whatever reason, then the lunch break time will not be subtracted from the 5 hours if lunch break time is not paid, or added if lunch break time is paid by your company. Set this value according to your company's policy. The overtime begins after worked hours in a week field is where you set when overtime hours begin after an employee works a certain amount of hours in a week. The deployed default hours in employee attendance management are 44 hours. When an employee's hours worked in a week exceeds this value, then it will be calculated as overtime for a pay period. You should adjust this value to reflect what your state or province regulates when overtime begins in the workplace. If overtime is not applicable in your organization or region, set this to a high number such as 200. The late grace time setting is a feature you can use to dock time worked from employees who are very late. It is entered as minutes, and the default setting is 180 minutes. This default high number is used to prevent time deductions, since an employee would not be 3 hours late. 15 to 20 minutes would be the average late grace period time but can differ amongst companies. The first day of work week setting defaults to Sunday, the other option being Monday. Setting this option determines the default start and end dates for a time log period view and export for an individual employee. Or department of employee. Click the Save button after your adjustments, which will then be applied to all your department's employees' time logs, if you have more than one department in your organization. And that's it for this tutorial. Goodbye for now.